we have seen these two competing ideas that tariffs are good for American workers and tariffs are bad for American workers. Is Trump's scheme working?
Here's my take. Tariffs are a tool. They're an economic tool like any other. They can be applied smartly and strategically, and they can be applied stupidly in ways that make things worse for workers and businesses. I, of course, think that President Trump is pursuing the latter. I think a smart and strategic trade policy would look at the areas where we are being unfairly undercut or where we want to ensure that U.S. production is competitive globally and in particular with China, and look at ways to target those sectors. And that is, again, not what the Trump administration is doing. We are not distinguishing between a high capacity electric vehicle battery and a banana that we are never going to grow in the United States. And that is where I think this is really falling apart. We're not seeing investment. We are not seeing new construction of manufacturing facilities, but we are making things more expensive for consumers and for manufacturers all at the same time.
The writer Derek Thompson has compared the American economy to Rasputin because no matter what you seem to do to it, it stays pretty stable. Even on Tuesday, new data showed consumer confidence rose slightly this month, though people are still concerned. So what does that tell us about the impact of the tariffs? Is it because they haven't really gone into effect yet? Or does Trump deserve more credit? Like, is his strategy of threatening higher rates and then making wild demands and deadlines, is that working? What's going on there?
I think we're seeing a few things. First of all, we saw a huge run up in imports right before Liberation Day, before the tariffs took effect. This was businesses trying to get as much stock in their inventories and their warehouses as possible before they got hit with tariffs. Now you're starting to see businesses start to wind down that inventory. They're reaching kind of the end of their stockpiles and buildups. And we look at earnings calls at Groundwork Collaborative to see what CEOs are telling their investors. CEOs will lie on Meet the Press, but they won't lie to their investors. And what they're saying is that they are worried about Q3 and Q4, and in particular, the holiday season. It takes a long time for these supply chains, for the prices to move throughout these complex, globalized supply chains. And so we are seeing a lag on this data, but we are starting to see it come through. Inflation last month was hotter than it's been in a while. We've seen the labor market start to soften. And I think we are only going to continue to get these headwinds as interest rates stay higher because of the uncertainty that the Trump administration has introduced into the economy, slowing things down, all for what cause?